Brothers had been Lehman Brothers and sisters, would it have made a difference? Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, what we need to create long-term economic prosperity is a new breed of leadership. What we need is to have more women in the boardroom. Now, don't get me wrong, I love men. Back in the late 80s, when I was entering university, I was drawn to the high-stakes, testosterone-filled, winner-takes-all environment of financial services. Barbarians at the Gate was my Bible. It was an exciting time of leverage and buyouts, options and derivatives, and my personal specialty, signing deals over the 3-martini lunch. It was wonderful, until it wasn't. Lost in the fray was good old-fashioned business building, brick by brick, employee by employee. In its place, Gordon Gekko. And today, nothing's changed. So, how can women help to repaint this picture? The answer lies in the complementary nature of our leadership styles and our risk profiles. According to the Institute of Gender Studies, men and women think differently. Shocking revelation, I know. Masculine traits, on one hand, tend to be more assertive, aggressive, decisive, risk-taking, and competitive. Feminine traits, on the other hand, tend to be more relationship-oriented, risk-adverse for better or for worse, and long-term in focus. Let's take two opposite ends of the spectrum, for example. On one end of the spectrum, you have Sir Fred Goodwin, former CEO of Royal Bank of Scotland, financial genius and deal-maker extraordinaire. On the other end of the spectrum, Indra Nooyi, CEO of Pepsi, the Indian-American female who has absolutely impressed the world with her values-based leadership. Now, Sir Fred Goodwin successfully took Royal Bank of Scotland from a regional player to the 5th largest bank in the world. In the course of 6 years, he acquired over 20 companies, major deals. And you guys say that we girls like to shop. But ABN AMRO was one deal too many, and it was his undoing. Insiders who are close to the deal say that Sir Fred allowed ego, arrogance, and will to win at all costs to get in the way of good, rational decision-making. The question is, would the deal have played out differently had Sir Fred been Lady Fredwina? Something to think about. Indra has taken a different approach to business building. She's trying to transform Pepsi into a company with purpose. She's been actually trying to make the company more healthy, more sustainable by selling off those naughty brands like Pizza Hut and Kentucky Fried Chicken and buying up the more healthy cousins like Gatorade and Tropicana Juice, Quaker Oats. Her unique style also extends to people. Do you know that she actually spends time writing handwritten letters to the spouses and the parents of her executive teams? Crazy, right? But the response is incredible, and the numbers speak for themselves. 72% revenue increases year on year, profits more than doubled, and Pepsi is rapidly stealing market share from Coca-Cola. Now, this is absolutely not to say that women are better than men. It's simply to say that we bring something different to the table. Good for business and good for corporate governance. Now, on the subject of corporate governance, in the UK, women currently make up 11% of boards. Raise your hand if you think that's about enough. Cowards. In fact, it's not enough. And let me explain why. Studies by both McKinsey and Catalyst have shown that there is indeed a positive correlation between the percentage of women on a board and a company's profitability. However, that positive impact does not kick in until a critical mass of 30% is reached. This makes sense, and let me explain why. Imagine that you are one woman sitting around a boardroom table with 11 men. You're an outsider. You're either fighting strong headwinds or you're conforming to the status quo, which kind of defeats the purpose. Now, 20 years ago, I never would have dreamed of writing this speech because I love living in a man's world. I love fitting in. I love being one of the guys. And I especially miss those 3 martini lunches. But now that I'm a little bit older and wiser, I recognize the benefits of the softer side, those feminine traits, both within society and within myself. As Nicholas Kristof of the New York Times once cleverly quipped, our economy might not have crashed had Lehman Brothers been Lehman Brothers and Sisters. Thank you.